What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review. Listen, I had to stay up and watch this, okay? So I can go ahead and get this review done because, this is becoming one of my favorite shows right about now. And it's only 3 episodes in. And so far, all the episodes have been keeping my attention, and we just keep learning something new each and every time. It's like a shock factor each and every time, and I'm loving that. Okay, listen, season 2, get me down there. Listen, if y'all gonna still be up in Mississippi for season 2, girl, I booked the ticket myself and I come down there. I just want to be an extra on the set because it's a lot that's going on and I want to see it. Bitch, I'm trying to see everything, okay? But the episode, let's just get into it. It's episode 3, P Valley season 1, Higher Ground. So when the episode first starts off, we see Mercedes giving, it looked like she's giving this private dance or whatever. And let me just point out one thing that I haven't pointed out. The cinematography and the lighting and everything about the way that they put this show together, the production and all this stuff is everything. I love the way they use light on black people, on darker skins and everything. They are doing it the damn thing, okay? I just had to point that out. Whoever is doing it, y'all doing a damn good job. But anyway, Mercedes is out here giving a little dance or whatever, it looked like she's giving this little private dance, got the club to herself or whatever, and this particular client. And apparently the client is important, you know what I'm saying? He a big baller type dude, and she keep calling him coach or whatever. So I'm like, oh, so you the coach of a basketball team or whatever, because he talking about some, why don't you just let me take care of you? Okay, come down here to where I'm at and bring you down to the court, have you sitting on the 50-yard line or whatever. 50-yard line, that's football or whatever. Okay, girl, whatever, bitch. Sports, okay? For sports, that's what he is. He the coach of some big team, okay? And Mercedes like, nah, we ain't finna do all that because they couldn't keep their eyes on the game or whatever instead of keeping their eyes on me and all this stuff and woo woo woo. Like he wooing her. And at this point in time, you really thinking that she's dancing just for him and like she shut the club down to dance just for him and all this stuff to get his change and everything. But kind of found out, no, it was like a little fantasy type of thing. Then lights come back up and you see that they really inside the club or whatever with all the other girls there, and she's dancing for a client. And this is one of her regulars that's always trying to get her to come down and take care of her and all this stuff. Soon as that man said, Mercedes, come on, man, like, I'm really trying to take care of you. Why don't you let me get you up out of here? You know what I'm saying? I would have said, bitch. Now, how serious are you? Okay, because at this point in time, I need some things. You know what I'm saying? I need some things. Okay, I'm trying to get up out of here. You want to take care of me? Give me some money. Okay, so I can get my little shop together and I will pay you back in tenfold. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to take care of me, shit, bitch, I'm off the pole. Give these thighs a rest for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But Mercedes wasn't like that. Mercedes is all about her business, and that's part of what I like about Mercedes, because she's a very strong character, but you can tell that she's very flawed at the same time. She tried to be independent as much as possible, but she has that aspect where you could tell that she got to depend on people a little bit. And she want to be this strong person, but you can tell that she has her weak points and she tries to hide them from everybody. um it was one particular moment in the show. I'm just going ahead and do Mercedes stuff. It was one particular moment in the show where she was doing a little act with, well, we'll get to it. Look, what's the girl? What's the girl name? Autumn up here, she doing what she doing. I don't know what's going on with Miss Autumn, aka Haley or whatever. She coming out here looking like Ebony drunk ass. Y'all remember on the Players Club when Ebony came through and she first started stripping? Now she was quiet, she was shy at first, and next thing you know, she got turned the fuck out, okay? Mama come walking out the club all drunk and shit. Let me get a dance. Let me get a dance. She about to get a train run on her by Ice Cube and old boy or whatever. That's Autumn. Okay, Autumn turned to that. She wasn't trying to get no train ran on her, but the bitch is turning to alcohol and I don't understand it, okay? Like, the girl been drinking alcohol to drown out her, I guess, to silence the noise, to silence the PTSD that she's having from this flood or whatever that happened to her back from where she came from. You know, she's going through it, okay? She's been drinking since episode 1. You know, they go over to her and Gidget, the little white girl. They go get some wigs. She get this blonde wig. She turns into this old whole new person, got a brand new attitude or whatever, getting her dances up and all that stuff. Then we see that she up in there talking to Clifford. She in there talking to Clifford about some information, you know, because, you know, she had her to use Andre to get some information in order to get her ID back, okay, that fake ID back, you know. And so she telling Clifford that, yeah, it's supposed to be a promised land casino that's supposed to be happening with the Cow brothers and all this stuff and woo 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 woo. Okay. And that's all that she really got. And at this point in time, Clifford is like, okay, my interest is peaked a little bit, but you still ain't really giving me nothing that I can truly use. Okay. Then we come to find out, you know, so she holds on to the you know, the ID. She pissed. Okay, she pissed, of course, because she just need her stuff back. Meanwhile, she also gets this email from that company, that telex company or whatever. Remember when we saw her last episode when she was sitting in the laundromat on the computer and she was putting in Lakeisha Savage on this company thing or whatever, banking thing or whatever, trying to get $9,000 wired to her? Yes, that's what she was doing. She got an email saying that, you know, that the $9,000 has come through and she needs to come down there and pick it up. She needs to have an ID, you know, to come through. So she can't go pick it up without doing getting the ID from you know, Clifford. And so she got to go through all these hoops and hurdles and do what she said just to get her ID or whatever. So meanwhile, speaking of the Promised Land Casino, we find out that Andre is in this shit a little bit deeper than we thought. Okay. He just ain't no, you know, I'm finna survey the property and, you know, a lawyer or whatever it is that he said he was, you know, working with the Cow brothers, just, you know, getting information and trying to close deals and stuff like that. He is working in conjunction with the goddamn mayor, okay? And not only is he working in conjunction with the mayor is his goddaddy, okay? I said, Godfather. What for Arthur you mean? I said, no, Andre. See, I just knew some shady stuff was going on. All right. And, you know, they talking about the council and rebuilding the city and, you know, Andre don't want to take kickbacks, and he was like, but you okay with taking this money to get this park done? And then he talked about some putting the park up in the mayor's name and all this stuff. You know, he talking about quieting all these little white people on the council because we don't want the white votes to come through and, you know, vote all this shit down and all this stuff. Like, girl, it was just a whole bunch of bull that was going on. I said, so is anybody on this show legit? Everybody is in some mess, all right? It's a mess, and I'm just like, how y'all gonna get out of this? Meanwhile, like I said, Miss Autumn comes stumbling about the club. You know, she a little drunk. She need to get a little smoke, a little cigarette break or whatever. Diamond outside with Big L, the cash dude. And so, you know, she get a little, a light from him. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, she look at her text messages. Andre and her just had phone sex like a couple of days ago. He texted her talking about some, I want to talk to you or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, he texts again because she didn't respond. So the next day he texts, I hope you're having a blessed day. I said, sir, you you would not bless day me, okay? You would not bless day me. I made you nut and you gonna tell me to have a blessed day? No, sir. I know he didn't have the words to say. We not gonna turn holy Christian, okay? After we didn't committed sin, all right? You are a sinful person. And then I done went on ahead and took him up on that offer because she need to get some more information from him. So she went on ahead and respond back. You know, had him take her out out to get something to eat. She was eating some chicken and waffles, and baby Autumn was eating that food like she ain't ate all year, okay? And truth be told, we haven't seen Autumn eat food. All she's been doing been drinking, okay? I was like, damn, she drinking in the morning, drinking in the afternoon, she drinking at night just to get through the day. It's a lot, you know? And so, as they talking or whatever, you know, she notices that Andre has you know, a ring on his finger. And I was like, oops, wait a minute. So I thought he just had a girlfriend. Come to find out, Andre got a whole ass wife down in Atlanta. Cause she was like, where do you spend your time at? Your weekends at? Girl, I spend my weekends in Atlanta. She was like, what's your wife's name? Brittany. I said, oh, that's what we doing now, Andre? That's what we doing now, Andre? See, I knew you wasn't shit. Now I really know you ain't shit. Then it's this old man sitting there talking. Ooh, y'all look like a cute couple. What y'all down here doing? Listen, they lying about being, you know, tourists and just passing through, and you know, the old man goes into this story about the Highway 61 and these I think it was Chickasaw Indians, Native Americans, you know, just roaming through the mounds and stuff like that and putting sticks down, and in the morning seeing which direction that the sticks go, and that's where they start going. And as he's talking and telling this story, Autumn is having, you can hear like the flashbacks of what was going on, where she came from, playing in her mind. You hear the sounds of the rain and all this stuff, but you don't see the visual, but you just hear it. And you know, her eyes start to well up like she's about to start crying, but she gets snapped out of it because it's this loud noise that happened or whatever, with a bunch of people just gang talking like, hey girl, all that stuff there, bitch, da da da, you know, all that. You know, when you just been out with your friends and you all loud like, yeah bitch, we coming from the club, we doing all this stuff, la 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 la. Girl, it's Mercedes, Gidget, and Mississippi. They all loud as hell, you know what I'm saying? They see Autumn and Andre. They was like, okay, we finna put this on they tab, get us some food or whatever. And at this point, you know, they talking about how they got their regulars and stuff like that. And Andre, you know, takes it upon himself to get up and leave. And so, you know, after a second, Autumn gets up and leave, and then they was up there talking cash shit about Autumn, talking about some bitch probably don't even eat, look, you know, don't eat nothing or whatever. I don't know what's wrong with the high yellow bitch and all this stuff. I said, you know what, y'all just be hating on this girl for no reason. But then again, she's so secretive. It's like, what is it that's going on, Autumn? I need to know your story. Until this moment, we still don't know her story. It's just this cloud of mystery around her. And that's probably what's really going to keep us tuning in for real, because we need to know that background. Okay. Baby, next thing you know, we see Clifford in the cotton fields, and Corbin. Clifford and her get up, what she had on, that red blazer with the booty in the back and the lace and the little umbrella. I said Clifford is a bad bitch. Okay, she is a bad bitch on this show. You know what I'm saying? Clifford is my favorite. Is my definitely my favorite. But basically trying to get some information from Corbin about what's going on with this Promised Land casino, how he want to lease it and all this stuff, and how, you know, Corbin and you know, Clifford, they already known each other for a while, you know, and Clifford known about the fact that he was the son of the maid and all this stuff, and was throwing his tea at him, but was showing him, you know, how that Clifford can keep secrets and stuff like that. And also, you know, we found out that, you know, Corbin's other brothers, they trying to sell all this money or whatever, sell the land for this casino, because they used up all their inheritance already, you know. And so he was basically like, we can lease it out. We can get, instead of just getting a few dollars, we can get like tens of millions over time, and, you know, keep this money flowing in. So of course, you know, Clifford's interest is piqued. Then we get into this scene with Patrice, who is Mercedes' mama, up on the pulpit, doing her little preaching and all this stuff. She was like, I used to be a wayward person. I don't even know why I'm here. Okay? What's that Deborah Cox song? That Deborah Cox song that say nobody's supposed to be here. Girl, when she said that, I said, that's what we doing up in church now. That's what we doing up in church. That's secular music. You're not supposed to be listening to that, Miss Ma'am. Okay? But she up there doing her thing, putting on a little show, and she's only doing it because nobody else is there, and that's the only way that she gets to preach. She wants to preach, and you can tell that that's her goal. But Mercedes come in, and she basically there trying to get her money. Okay? And then the mama had the nerve to say, why you need the money? What you think you doing with the money and all this stuff and woo woo woo? I said, because first of all, she loaned you that money. She told you to hold that money, and it's her money, so give her money. Okay, that's what you better do. And Mercedes wind up telling her that she's using the money to buy this building so that she can do her gym, so her girls can have a gym to practice in. And at this point the mama is like, oh, so your retirement plan is actually coming together. She was like, okay, cool, since you doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the money tomorrow. I'll write you a check. And I was like, oh, okay, Miss Patrice, so you really got the money, you really didn't spend it. Okay, we'll see about that. And at this moment we see a different, like, we see how manipulative her mother is, but also how Mercedes just wants that motherly love. Because when her mama finally, it's like for 1 second, her mother finally gave her just the slightest bit of respect when she's found out that she's not shaking her ass anymore. She was like, okay, I see what you're doing. You kind of making a little improvement. I can give you a little leeway. And that made Mercedes feel good enough to go up there and give her a hug. Mercedes better than me. It's going to take a little bit more than that, okay? Meanwhile, Mercedes is over there with her girls, her dance troupe girls, the little teenage girls, and looking at a video that they didn't put up there talking about it's gonna be a hashtag bad bitch party, and they twerking on the fence and all this stuff. And at this point she upset at them, trying to tell them about life or whatever. One little girl spewing out about what she can do with her body and this feminism and all this stuff. And Mercedes said, you can cut that shit out, okay? Because that ain't what this about. You know what I'm saying? She had them doing toe touches and everything. And she was trying to teach them stuff because she's been there. And she's not trying to have them go down that same road again. And the captain of the team, Terica, she got a smart little mouth. And she just be mouthing off with all this attitude or whatever. And I'm just like, girl, what is your problem? Calm down. She opening up her mouth, getting them more in trouble and everything. And it's just a lot. Meanwhile, we got Gidget and Mississippi over there rehearsing their little routine that they supposed to be doing. And let me tell you something, the strength, I wish I had that upper body strength. Bitch, I wish I had body strength, period. Girl, my big ass. Girl, I can't even, wouldn't even get half an inch off the goddamn ground. But, they was waiting on Mercedes to come through or whatever, because they was practicing without her, but she came on through and she got right to it. They got this little act that they put on where they the triplets or whatever the freak it is, and they go ahead and do it, and they do it where one person, y'all be seeing them do them tricks or whatever. One person be down at the bottom, one person be planking out, and then the other person be standing on top of that person that's straight out, and they be twerking or whatever. And so Mercedes was going to be standing on top of Mississippi. Let me just say this, Mississippi body has got to be the baddest. Okay, mama got ass, mama got ass, mama got all that shit. And she fine as hell too. Girl, Mercedes, what's up? I mean, yeah, Mercedes cute too, but Mississippi, what's good? What's good? You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Mercedes doing her little trick on Mississippi, and she twerking on her whatever, and she had to stop. And I was like, oh my God, is she in pain? Like she was in pain. And I said, what happened? I'm thinking that Mercedes then stomped in her chest a little bit too hard or whatever, because it seemed like she was grabbing it a little bit, but come to find out, her wrist is fucked up. She's still with that nigga getting fucked up, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, damn, Mercedes, I know you just had a baby with him and you already got another kid with him, but you can't keep on getting your ass beat. And then she go in the back, and Diamond just so happened to be back there. Let me tell you something, Diamond about to play Super Saver Hoe, because at this point I feel like Diamond got real feelings for Mississippi, and he want to come and save her. He really want to come save her. And He was helping her out, got some alcohol, put some crushed pepper on the alcohol towel and put it on, her arm and her bruise or whatever. He just really want to take care of his boo. Okay. And I feel like before the season 1 over with, Diamond gonna get in trouble because he gonna fuck that nigga up. We gonna actually see the nigga that she with, and she gonna fuck him up. Okay, like he is getting pissed off, like his patience is running thin. Meanwhile, she needs somebody back there to hold her baby. Girl, did you hear when Clifford told her, Mississippi, bring your titties, okay? This baby needs to be milked. That shit was so funny to me. But anyway, while she was trying to find somebody to hold her baby while she finished doing this little IG post or whatever social media post, Autumn back there getting drunk as shit. And everybody else was like, girl, I ain't finna hold that baby. But she got Autumn to hold the baby. Autumn sitting there having flashbacks of her own child and all the stuff that she's going through or whatever. Meanwhile, Autumn is just going around just drinking everything. The bartender, Quita, had to give her some water. Okay, she getting upset at that. Meanwhile, Mercedes, Gidget, and Mississippi getting up there to do their act. Now, baby, when they introduced Mercedes, they was like, wait, they tried Gidget so bad. Okay, Clifford get up there, introduce Mississippi. Okay, we got Mississippi up here. She finna do it. And everybody was like, yeah, yeah. Girl, when they said Gidget, because Gidget the white girl, mind you, Gidget threw me out when she was sitting in that booth when they was at the restaurant. And she was like, white girl magic, because she talking about the clients that she got. And I said, bitch, no. Don't even pull it. They was like, yeah. I said, don't play into that. Don't play into that. But anyway, when they said Gidget, the crowd was like. Clifford had to say, don't play that girl like that. Don't play that girl like that. She do her thing. She do her thing. But, she had to show him. And then, of course, Mercedes, who is his bottom bitch, they did their thing or whatever. You got Autumn standing there looking at the whole thing. She get her drunk ass up on that stage and try to do some shit. And when I say drunk, she wobbled her ass up there, bitch. And I said, oh, my God, do not do what I think you're about to do. Mercedes looking like, what the hell? Mercedes don't even give a damn about this girl already. And you gonna come up there on her stage and you gonna do that during her time, okay? And at this point, they going back and forth. Because at one point, Autumn falls on the floor. Clifford like, oh, Lord. And then she recovers. They swinging around the pole. She trying to go up the pole. Mercedes come down and she lands her stuff. Autumn comes down and she lands all on the floor, just fucked up and everything. And Mercedes had to play it off by getting on top of her, riding her and all that stuff, looking like they play fighting or whatever. But really, Mercedes had to tell her ass about herself. She had to yoke her up in the back like, bitch, don't you bring that shit on my stage, okay? And I said, I know that's right. She was like, why you care? She was like, I don't care. You just make us look bad. You a sloppy drunk bitch, okay? And I said, yeah, bitch. And then had the nerve to say that she not drunk. Girl, if you don't get your ass up out of here, you drunk as shit. Meanwhile, Lil Murder go pick up Never Scared while he at school trying to listen to his music and, tell him what he need to do. The music still ain't hitting it, but it's almost there, but he need to be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And did y'all see when Lil Murder went over there and dropped Never Scared, DJ Never Scared off at the club? And, Clifford saw him and came over there because he was in a hoopty. I was like, what happened to that big ass Hummer that you was in? Okay, when we first saw you in episode 1, what is this little dust bucket that you are rolling around here with Lil Murder? See, that goes to show niggas be false flagging all the time, okay? All the damn time. But anyway, she was like, you want to see me? And he was like, no, not tonight, shawty, because it was a whole bunch of niggas around. And he was like, Clifford understand the game because murder is DL. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, Andre and Autumn went to the mounds because she told him, take me to the mounds. Okay, they going on a little date. He talking, they taking pictures or whatever. He showing her, the city where things used to be, and saying how this used to be like a paradise or whatever when his grandma was around and used to take them around, and he trying to this is what basically saying he's trying to bring the essence of the city back, essence of this particular city back, where they're at. And this casino can do that. It can bring in money, it can bring in tourism, it can bring in all this other stuff. And then Adam hit him with this one particular question that was real. But what happens to the people that are already here? I was like, oh, now see, Autumn, you got sense, baby girl. What is your deal? And then next thing you know, like they flirting and the chemistry is there. At least I thought it was, and she was like, let's take this somewhere. Next thing you know, they up in Andre's room about to get it in. Okay, I seen Andre, you got a whole wife. You don't care about Brittany. I'm telling. Okay. Meanwhile, you didn't got Autumn's titties out. She up there and pulled your dick out and she was like, you got a condom? I said, nigga, that should have been the first thing that you knew, asked about or whatever too. Okay, you got a whole wife. We don't need no accidents up here. You don't need to bring her home no STDs. Not saying that Adam got them, but you don't know. You don't know what this girl got. You don't need to bring home another baby or whatever. No, okay, you got to cover all tracks. So she was like, go get a condom and then we can finish this. And then she kept on looking at his laptop that was on the counter, on the desk or whatever. And she told him to turn it on, log into it so she can continue this little party until he get done, come back, playing with herself, got her titties all out or whatever. And he was like, cool. He go down to the front desk asking the receptionist, do mind you, he was giving him all type of flavors. He was like, do y'all got Magnums? The receptionist was like, he said, no, we don't do that type of shit here. What we do have are free Bibles in the rooms because he saw his ring. Okay. So this forced Andre to go out to a store and go get some condoms. In the meantime, Miss Girl Adam up there went through his whole computer, got the lay of the land of the plans and stuff for the promised land, casino and all this stuff. And then, he messed up when she went through his gallery and found out that he had pictures of her. Okay. And so by the time he came back, she was gone. And the computer was up with her picture on there. So now he knows that she done been through his stuff and that, knows that he been looking at her and all this stuff. Meanwhile, back over there at the church with Miss Patrice, okay, the pastor is basically about to go away and need somebody to take over preaching for him until he come back. And he chooses one of the guys, Elder Clyde or something like that. Patrice is in her feelings and basically thought that she was going to be up there because her and the pastor had a little thing or whatever, little connection, and she thought that she should be the next person or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they was throwing shade at each other, her and Pastor Clyde or whatever. She was talking about how she got a mouth on her and all that stuff, and she can wake up all the people or whatever after Clyde put him to sleep and all this shit. And Clyde said, that must be where your daughter get it from too. I said, oops. Basically, the pastor, Patrice was doing all that sucking up to try to get to the pastorship, and the pastor won't even give her no chance. Okay, basically said, no, girl, women build this church, but y'all not good enough to preach at this point. Okay, ain't no woman leading this church. I said, ooh, kind of sexist, but all right. Meanwhile, Autumn goes back to the bank and gives Clifford the information about what's going on, shows her the pictures and all this stuff, and then told she was trying to get her ID. He said, I need one more favor from you. Okay, this is cute, but I need one more favor from you. I need you to get Andre to come down here. He was texting her, and so Clifford took her phone and texted him back and said, come down to the Paradise Room or whatever, and the password is apples. How long this review is? Okay, cool. But because I don't give a fuck, I'm just be talking. Meanwhile, Gidget is up there doing her thing, and Gidget in Mississippi on the stage doing their thing. And next thing you know, this dude come up there, black guy with a rose. Now at this point, I was like, the way he came in all creepy, like I said, Mississippi, is that your baby daddy? Is that the nigga that's beating your ass? Okay, no shade, but I said, I know he didn't bring his ass up in here when he could be watching the baby at home and you got to bring the baby to work. Who is this? One of her clients. Girl had her all up in the VIP room playing like she was dead, laying with flowers on her just to spray money on. Okay, I said, you know what? You ain't got to do nothing for the bare minimum, bitch. information, you get all that, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Meanwhile, Gidget then brought Gidget little hookup dip then came in because on last week's episode, I believe it was last week's episode, Clifford was holding some oxy in her refrigerator. That's Duffy. Duffy, the little white boy, he was supposed to come and pick it up a while ago, but he couldn't get through because of the flood. Then messed up everything, and so they did their little exchange. Mind you, Gidget was about to fuck him, but she was like, damn, Clifford got me working like a runaway slave or whatever. And Clifford was like, I never thought I'd see the day where a white person try to equate themselves to a slave. Okay. But Clifford got her money and let Gidget go ahead and finish doing her thing. Meanwhile, back up in the what's the room? The stripper room or whatever, they get the girls that's back there looking at some type of video of these little girls twerking or whatever, these girls going off and all this stuff. We see this party happening, whipped cream being shared by some of the girls and all this shit. And I was like, what is this? Girl, it was Mercedes team captain, Terica, up there throwing a party at this mansion or whatever. And I said, a mansion? How'd she get up in there? Girl, Mercedes got that phone, took it. She went down there and she shut that whole thing down. Girl, come to find out, Terica was trying to leave that house, bitch. Terica was trying to leave that house. She said, bitch, you live here. You better stay your ass up in here. Okay? And she was going off on her and trying to tell her, you can't be doing all this stuff. You keep on doing this. Some cute guy, some baller guy, whatever, gonna have you bent over in the bathroom and you gonna deserve it. Basically trying to say, like, rape her or, talk some mess to her to get her to want to be with him or whatever and leave her with a baby. You don't be on them shows 13 and pregnant and shit like that. And was like, nah, I'll just give him away the way that you gave me away. I said, hold up. She was like, no. She was like, I either take care of my responsibility unlike you did with me. I said, wait a minute. So what is this? Girl, Terica is Mercedes' baby. I said, what? And the girl that she got, I guess that's her sister or her aunt or whatever that she got custody of. And, the aunt come up in the lady come up in there. I don't know what the relation is, sister or aunt. Either way, she got custody of Mercedes' daughter. And, basically want her to stop all this stuff because she want her to focus on school and grades and not focus on dancing and more so her body like she been doing. I said, that is a damn shame. God damn, Mercedes. That was the big for me. Okay. I was like, what? Meanwhile, Andre bring his ass down to the Paradise Room at the paint. And he thinking that, he finna talk to he about to talk to what's her face? Autumn, and come to find out it was Clifford. Bitch, Clifford was a bad bitch right there with his platinum. Oh, I'm sorry. With her platinum blonde. That platinum blonde wig, baby. I said, yes, you better fucking do that, bitch, okay? And them boots, bitch, and that body, okay? I said, Clifford, you sucked it in for the motherfucking gods, bitch. Okay, you better fucking do that, hoe. But, basically was trying to get some information out of him, talking about some baby. I know what's going on because I looked at the little pictures and I seen that y'all doing this casino now. Unless there's a bridge that's gonna be made above the goddamn paint, I don't see the pink. So what y'all trying to do? Okay, that's what she trying to get to down to the nitty gritty. So basically, because when he had that conversation with the mayor, Andre had that conversation with the mayor. They basically said that the property that they truly need by the waterfront was the pink. So they trying to tear that down. They gonna have to tear the pink down, okay, to get this casino. And now at this point in time, she was trying to get some more information out of him, and it really wasn't happening the way that, not all the way there. But at this point, Andre had to come up out of there and had to call the mayor and let him know that they into some shit. Meanwhile, the episode ends with Autumn. She finally got her because Andre then came through. She finally got her ID. She went down there to the telex 30 minutes before it was supposed to close, and she got that $9,000. I thought it was so ghetto the way that they sent that $9,000. in that goddamn stacks. I said, Adam, I hope you got a bag. You ain't finna walk out here at night with them stacks like that, okay? And then, she looked up in the camera and she smiled. I said, oh, that crooked smile. I said, what is the plan? Adam, what is the plan, girl? But that was, what was this? P-Valley. Girl, I almost forgot. It's late, okay? But this is P-Valley, another good episode. What do y'all think is Autumn's backstory? Besides the flooding and the fact that she has a daughter, and the fact that she got into a fight or whatever, what do you think is her real backstory? Put it down in the comments, y'all. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.